I'm going to stop for a moment and see if you have any thoughts out of what I've just said.
No, it is important. I feel that it's a good point after, especially with everything that's going on in the world right now and how we identify with our benevolent nature as human beings for our sympathies and passion and compassion for other people and what they're experiencing. And I myself have experienced, I'm just one generation past of the boarding schools, my parents being punished for speaking their language and having to cut their hair. I'm the son of a Southern Baptist preacher. I'm a recovering Southern Baptist myself. And I remember those times of even here in Asheville, my family being turned away from restaurants because we weren't white. I remember segregated bathrooms here in Asheville and not knowing which one to go to because I wasn't covered and I wasn't white. So we're just gonna go over here behind the tree, just like we've been doing.
Yeah.
So it is, in my generation, in this time of being that bridge from that ancient past, if you will, because it is, I mean, from the beginning of time, we have stories about all the conquerors and you name one, they're out there, they're out to conquer, and it's been going on forever. And the story, and I can't tell you for sure that I am purely of these mountains or where my people come from. Some say we come from the New York area and the lake area, some, and you know all the theories. And so how we identify with where we are in our environment and how that seed grows. Are we heirloom seeds or are we next generation seeds? What are we? Are we clone seeds? Or you know what? That's important. I think that's one thing that we relate to this land of not being nomads, but being solidly in one place, building homes. And this is home instead of the Plains Indians that followed the buffalo and followed the food and had to migrate in those times. It's a different set of ideas. It's a different way of praying, where they honor the buffalo and those things. We honor the deer and the bear and the rivers and the water and the trees that are always present with us. And so it's an important part, I think, is the path of discovery of our common day society and people within it. Getting back to indigenous culture and hearing some of the questions that people have posed to me has helped me broaden my relationship with my people. Questions I didn't think to ask myself, realizing that I have my own prejudice about my people and how some of my people are stuck in an old way of thinking. What people might relatively think a Southern redneck, I have Southern redneck family that are Cherokee Indian that are good old boys, speak like this, and if they ain't working, they out there fishing, they hunt. And and it's a real thing. So the cultures have overlapped. There's just as many Cherokee people out there wearing camouflage as anybody else. And so as we're starting to expand and we're starting to see, it's really hard to find an heirloom first generation seed anymore. Even here in Asheville, everybody's from somewhere else for the most part. Asheville's full of transplants. So once we start to come back into balance of that, instead of trying to own something like the conquerors have done for so long, and us repeating the echo, a distant echo of that energy that lives inside of us, because it lives inside of us. We're going to thrive for light. We're all going to do it. Survival of the species, if you will. But it's important to have these conversations to, I think, and kind of put things in layman's terms to really make it to simplify, to revision, and to realize, visualize, and actualize everything that you feel inside your spirit. And I think that that's all we've ever wanted. And I think that's the common destination we all seek, whether we're conquering people with that energy that we call war, or can we heighten the vibration where we join with different communities instead of trying to invade them. And can we join with them in that vibration that calls people to this very land, that we understand that these mountains and this nature calls to us? It calls the people here so that we can start the path to what we're talking.